Imagine paying tax on your retirement savings on purpose, voluntarily, today. Sounds crazy, right? But the smartest retirees do exactly that. It's called a Roth conversion, and it can hand you decades of completely tax-free income. Here's the problem. Most of your money sits in a traditional IRA or an old 401k. Every dollar in there is a tax bill waiting to happen. The government is your silent partner, and it hasn't been paid yet. When you finally pull that money out in retirement, every withdrawal gets taxed as ordinary income, and nobody knows what tax rates will be in 20 or 30 years. You're betting your future on rates staying low. A Roth conversion flips the script. You move money from that pre-tax account into a Roth IRA. You pay the income tax now, this year, at today's known rate. In return, that money grows and comes out tax-free forever. Think of it like a farmer choosing when to pay tax. Pay tax on the seed, which is cheap, or pay tax on the entire harvest, which is huge. A conversion means you tax the small seed and keep the whole crop. Why would anyone do this? Reason 1. You lock in today's tax rate. If you believe taxes are headed higher, paying now at a known rate beats paying later at a mystery rate that could be much steeper. Reason 2. You create a bucket of tax-free income for retirement. Imagine pulling money out and owing the government nothing at all. That kind of flexibility lets you control your taxable income year by year, like a thermostat you set yourself. Reason 3 is the big one. Required minimum distributions. With a traditional IRA, the government forces you to withdraw money every year after a certain age, whether you need it or not, and taxes it all. Those forced withdrawals can blow up your tax bill in your 70s and beyond. But here's the magic. A Roth IRA has no required minimum distributions for the original owner. None. The money can sit and grow untouched. Reason 4. You can leave tax-free money to your kids. When heirs inherit a traditional IRA, they owe income tax on it. Inherit a Roth instead, and that gift can stay tax-free. It's a powerful legacy move. Now, timing. This is where most people get it wrong. The goal is to convert when your income is low, because the conversion gets added to your income, and lower income means a lower tax bill on the move. The classic golden window is early retirement. You've stopped working, but you haven't started Social Security yet, and required minimum distributions haven't kicked in. Your income drops into a valley. That valley is conversion paradise. Other great moments. A gap year between jobs. A year you took a sabbatical. A year your business had low profits. Anytime your income temporarily craters, you've got a cheap window to convert and pay less tax. Here's a sneaky smart one. A market dip. When stocks fall, your account value drops with them. Convert during the crash, and you pay tax on the lower amount. Then the rebound happens entirely inside your tax-free Roth. Let me prove how big this gets. Say you convert $50,000 during a dip. As of 2025, that's just an example. It grows to $200,000 over time. You never pay another dollar of tax on that gain. Compare that to leaving it in the traditional account. That whole $200,000 gets taxed on the way out. The difference between those two paths can easily be tens of thousands of dollars in your pocket. But hold on, because conversions have a real cost, and ignoring it can burn you. The amount you convert gets piled on top of your income this year. Convert too much, and you shove yourself into a higher tax bracket. It doesn't stop there. A big conversion can raise your Medicare premiums through something called IRMAA. It can also shrink or wipe out health insurance subsidies on the ACA marketplace. These surprises catch people off guard constantly. So here's the golden rule. Don't convert everything at once. Instead, convert just enough each year to fill up your current tax bracket without spilling into the next one. Small, strategic bites over several years win. Picture your tax bracket like a bucket with a line on it. You fill it up to that line with converted money, then stop. Next year, you do it again. Multi-year partial conversions keep every dollar taxed at the lowest rate. Now, the most important rule almost nobody follows. Pay the conversion tax with outside money. Use cash or a taxable account to cover the bill. Never pay the tax from the money you're converting itself. Why does that matter so much? Because every dollar you leave inside the Roth keeps growing tax-free for decades. If you skim the tax out of the conversion, you shrink the golden goose before it ever lays an egg. Watch out for the pro rata rule too. If your IRAs hold both pre-tax and after-tax money, you can't just convert the after-tax part. The IRS taxes your conversion proportionally across all of it. No cherry picking allowed. Then there's the 5-year rule. Generally, converted money needs to stay put for 5 years, and you need to be at least 59 and a half before you can pull the earnings out penalty-free. So don't convert money you'll need tomorrow. Here's good news that surprises a lot of high earners. There are no income limits on conversions at all. Anyone can do one, no matter how much money they make. That's the whole foundation of the famous backdoor Roth strategy. The backdoor Roth, in short. High earners who can't contribute directly will put money into a traditional IRA first, then convert it straight to a Roth. It's a totally legal side entrance for people locked out of the front door. So how do you actually use all this? Let's turn theory into a real plan you can run. You don't need to be a tax wizard. You just need to follow a simple, repeatable process and start small. Step 1. Find your low-income years before they arrive. Look ahead. Are you retiring early? Taking a sabbatical? Expecting a slow business year? Mark those years now. Those are your conversion windows. Plan for them in advance. Step 2. Figure out how much room you have in your current tax bracket. That number is roughly how much you can convert this year without jumping up a bracket. That's your target conversion amount. Step 3. Set aside cash now to pay the tax. Open a separate savings spot and earmark it. Remember, you're paying that bill from outside the account, so the money has to come from somewhere. Prepare it ahead. Step 4. Run the numbers, or better, run them with a tax pro. Conversions touch Medicare, subsidies, and brackets all at once. One good planning session can pay for itself many times over. This is worth getting right. Step 5. Execute the conversion with your brokerage, then repeat the whole cycle next year. This isn't a one-time event. It's a multi-year campaign to slowly drain the tax bomb and refill the tax-free bucket. Now listen, because this is the part people skip. You don't have to convert a fortune to win. Even small, steady conversions in the right years quietly reshape your entire retirement tax picture. Starting beats waiting, every time. Don't let the rules scare you off. Yes, there are brackets and timing and a few traps. But the core idea is dead simple. Pay a little tax now so you can pay zero tax later. That's the whole game. Let's lock it in with a quick recap. A Roth conversion moves pre-tax money into a Roth. You pay income tax now, and it grows and comes out tax-free later. That's the deal in one sentence. Remember why. Lock in today's rate, build tax-free income, kill future required minimum distributions, and leave a tax-free legacy. And remember when. Convert in your low-income years, especially that early retirement valley or a market dip. And never forget the rules of the road. Convert partially to fill your bracket, pay the tax from outside money, mind the pro rata and 5-year rules, and watch out for IRMAA and subsidy surprises. Convert strategically, not all at once. Do this well, and you build a pile of money the taxman can never touch again. That's real freedom in retirement. The work you do in a few smart years pays you back for the rest of your life. Quick question. What's stopping you from doing a Roth conversion this year? Drop it in the comments. If this made the idea click, hit like, subscribe for one simple money lesson at a time, and share it with someone who needs it.